Hi, I'm Whitney, and I'm a junior at Eastern Kentucky University, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my trip to China. I heard about this trip through Campus Crusade for Christ, which is a college ministry at EKU, and it was called Summer Project, and I had went on a summer project to Clearwater Beach, Florida, last summer, and they really encouraged me to go overseas the next summer. So, oddly enough, I did. I never thought it would happen, but my parents agreed to let me go, and thanks be to God that I raised the money. He really gave me a different view of the gospel and what the gospel is. And we talk about the gospel so much just as if it's just like another story, but he really just kind of asked me, like, what is the gospel to you, Whitney? And you came 14 hours away to share the gospel with these people, yet you don't even really know what it is yourself. And it was true. What we did on a daily basis, we would wake up and we go to a college, and we took 3 hours of classes a day, and then after class at 11 we would go to the Shirtong, which is the cafeteria, and eat some really scrumptious food. And we just try to get to know the students on campus and get into spiritual conversations with the students. And after that, we just go knock door to door, ask if they spoke English. If they did, go in, kind of just get into spiritual conversations and try to share the gospel. The gospel literally means good news. So I thought, why is this good news? And how can I tell these Chinese students that this is the good news? Because we're telling them that this man, Jesus Christ, died on a cross because we're sinful people. And to them, that doesn't sound like good news. But if they knew that what they were being saved from, then it would completely change their lives. And that's when I started realizing how it changed my life, and how could I tell this to these students. And really it was just that I had to realize what the gospel meant to me. The day before we left, we met with 4 Chinese believers, 2 that were already believers before we came, and 2 that accepted Christ with us. And we were having a prayer, and one of the girls said, can I pray in Chinese? And it really I just broke down, because I thought, yeah, you can. And I just put God in this box, and I think he's American and looks just like me. And I just realized, like, God is the God of the nations. Like, he's the God of China, he's the God of America, he's the God of Japan. And I just thought it was amazing that, like, God speaks every single language. And we saw 10 people come to Christ, and we met 5 believers on the campus, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you've ever been to a Chinese campus, you don't run into many Christians. So that was a complete God thing. That God has used me in the lives of Chinese students at Eastern's campus, and just show me, like, these students are going to go back to China, and they're going to influence the people of China. So I can still be a part of the ministry in China, and I really hope to go back, even though, Mom, I know you probably don't want to hear that, but I really would love to go back and just be a part of what God's doing in China. I'm going to read a little journal entry that kind of tells you how I was feeling on the way to the city that we were in China. It says, China bound, hard to believe. It is weird for me that it is still Thursday in America. Things are so different here. Everything is smaller. The seats, the bed, the bathtub. It's so odd. We can't drink the water or brush our teeth with it. It's crazy. I definitely take clean water for granted. Miles said that the Chinese drink the water, that they have stomachs of steel. Funny guy. Jill gave a talk at briefing about giving up our rights as we go to different countries. I never really think about it, but I don't really have the right to be comfortable. I don't have the right for clean water, or for my roommates and teammates to like me, to eat a zillion times a day. I just don't. So I hope to be uncomfortable, but with a smile on my face. When I feel overwhelmed and inadequate, I am. But luckily I have a Father who is more than enough, and he can give me strength.